Hi, everybody. If you are interested in finding out if you're a two and what spiritual practices are, this is the presentation that will help you. So let's get started. So the two is the helper. This is in the heart triad, right? And shame is their issue. They're not actually, even though they're very, very lovable people, they oftentimes do not feel lovely on the inside, and that's a real weakness for them. So, in general, though, they love to connect with others. It's just second nature for them. They're the kind that greet teachers in the hallways. They just want to connect to everybody, connect to family and friends. They're on their WhatsApp, always connecting. And again, we find these very lovely people because they're very relational. In our service classes, we love them because we take them to orphanages and they love the babies, and so they have a very, very pleasant, open, friendly appearance to the world. Pleasant, optimistic, okay? So oftentimes quite charming. So the shadow side is oftentimes they need to be needed. And they have to hang on to those relationships. They never feel like they are in a secure place enough to relax that. So they're kind of driven to always connect. And therefore, they can be very poor at self-care. And so that's one of I think the real focus here with the two about spiritual practice is to actually take care of yourself so that you can continue to give to others, but don't exhaust yourself on the inside. Which means that a lot of these types actually need to do less service. They're doing too much for other people. I was actually just talking to a two today, and what she said is, I need to realize if I do all the service, nobody else will. I need to let other people do. I need to step back and let other people be involved. And I think that's a good way to think about it. So here's my story for type 2. Here's Katie Lamb from last year, and she gave me permission to tell this story. So Katie has or had a boyfriend, I'm not exactly sure, and probably some of you know. I don't know who the boyfriend was or is, but her issue, and she wanted to talk to me immediately when we started this project, because she said, I realize there's a problem for me, is if my boyfriend goes to the gym and he doesn't give me an affectionate enough text before he goes, 3 hours later, I'm a basket case. I've been in bed. I got stomach pains. I'm worried that he's looking after somebody else, or he's just lost interest. And she needed to hang on to him. And she said she knew, rationally, this didn't make sense, but she somehow couldn't fight off this compulsion to always want to be reassured that everything is okay. So we actually did a number of things. We did a welcoming practice, welcoming these feelings of panic that she'd feel. First of all, we'd locate it in the body, like is it in the gut, is it in the eyes, where do you feel it, and then go into that place. So you stop thinking for a moment and go into the bodily sensation, and then you go do like a welcoming prayer. So I welcome panic. I welcome fear, or I welcome insecurity. Now, I didn't know if this was going to work at all. I'd never tried this before. But in fact, a week later when I talked to Katie, she said, oh yeah, it really had diminished, like 80% or something. It became less of a problem. She did it over 2 weeks. It was almost gone. So it's just amazing how much she can do. We also did some scripture memory, some Bible passage memory, which was very, very effective for her as a Christian. And I really encourage all of you to think about that, to play Bible verses or other religious verses in your mind to help the subconscious learn to let go and to relax into your type. So let's look at some practices for twos. Self-care of your choice, whatever it is that you can nourish and strengthen yourself. That's especially true for two-wing threes, the hostess. Okay? For two-wing ones, they have a very strong inner critic. So any type of practices that would help you understand your inner critic, or have a way to do like a loving kindness meditation to kind of assuage your inner critic, to feel this idea of self-love. Yeah, there's a loving kindness meditation. Or you can journal about the struggle to not always connect to family and friends, but to take care of yourself. It's hard to let go of all those connections and take care of yourself. But if you write it down, you'll slowly see progress as you work towards really valuing yourself and not simply valuing your relationships. And like I said, the welcoming prayer. So these twos are wonderful. We love them, but they need to learn to take care of themselves. And I hope you can come up with a great spiritual practice to help you do just that. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.